It's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain now. It's going down. 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 I'm your captain now. It's going down. 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 This is how you start a fresh rap with a new track. Put your seatbelts on, prepare for the impact. In fact, I did that with less than a six-pack. But don't drink and drive, cause it's easy to sense that. The beat a crash dummy, don't smile, ain't nothing funny. Learned a long time ago, you catch more bees with honey. My flow is like vinegar, ooh, that's nasty. I'm a goalie in the streets, ain't nothing hurt getting past me. Chemicals and acid in my pen when I write it. Let it seep into your ears, brain, skin, don't fight it. Relax yourself, let your conscience be free. I gave you the medicine, don't blame your stress on me. I kill a rapper on TV for the loot if you let me. Look at her, I'm a savage with a style so heavy. Look at me, fresh as I can be. Casket clean, always draped up to the T. Ooh, it's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain now. It's going down. 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 I'm your captain now. It's going down. 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 Yeah. I walk inside your building, take over your whole facility. New sheriff in town, I don't know if you feeling me. Better listen up quick, pink slip in your mailbox. Feel like you was a song, and I guess it's what you tell cops. You're fired. When I fired the 45, you not fit for this position, the whole country tired. Never no more am I ever turn a blind eye. Pull them on the carpet, pull the facts, let me find out. The realest of the real, I'm the people's choice. I represent the people that ain't got a voice, or got a choice, or got a man. I'm here if you need me, I'm your backup plan. We can take over the world if you believe me, man. Listen to me now, believe me later, I'm your master plan. We can take over the world if you believe me, man. Listen to me now, believe me later, I'm your master plan. It's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain now. It's going down. 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 I'm your captain now. It's going down. 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 I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain now. It's going down. 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 I'm your captain now. It's going down. It's going down. It's going down. It's going down. It's going down.
Hello everybody, welcome to the second installment of the Tanso Racing League, brought to you from Barber Motorsport Park. With just one race to go after this one, it is surely coming down to the wire. Ryan Dudley's still leading the way though. He has got I think he needs a win or so tonight, may clinch it. One may never know. I know it's pretty tight as well in the AMS. But around the circuit, around Barber Motorsport, it's going to be a tricky one. This track has got a couple of blind corners and a few blind chicanes as well. If it's out like Mid-Ohio that we've seen before, it's going to be pretty entertaining nonetheless. Mr. Ronenberg's currently leading practice on a 1:36, but only 4 attempts ahead of Dan Wareham, Harper as well there and thereabouts. They're not too bad. Oh, we get a good shot of the Woot machine. We do like that. The Silverbacks there, all in the pits. Just heading into. Oh, we've got a little time before qualifying gets underway. So yeah, I am DSC Broadcasting. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're all well. Hope you are all well indeed. One more race to go after this, and it's going to be highly entertaining, nonetheless. Let's go see what we've got in the race info box. What is it like out there for us today? It's only 18 degrees, 56% chance of rain, no wind to talk of, so that is good. It's only 2 degrees, 2 mile an hour wind, pretty low. We'll see how we get on. And there is Mr. Ronenberg, who I only learned the other day that he is part of Syntec Racing. And currently leading the way at the moment in the championship is Ryan Dudley, who is one to watch out for. He was in a bit of a scrap with his teammate last week. Down where I believe it wasn't. They were swapping places, willing in it. It's pretty tasty, to be fair. But all he's got to do really tonight is keep it in the top 5, I would imagine. A good all the points. And Ben Edwards, I do believe, as well, is leading the AMs. And the sponsors of this league, Next Generation RP, are the sponsors of this league, and they are putting up $15 iRacing vouchers for the winner of the pros and winner of the AMs. So all to play for, still all to play for. Really looking forward to it around here this evening. Could be pretty good. Look at the camera on some of these corners, it's pretty tasty. Really looking forward to it tonight. Really can't wait. The drop off on some of these corners are absolutely nuts. I did do a little iRacing race around here earlier myself in the Porsche 911, and it didn't like this track at all. It didn't like the curbs. There is a chicane in here which is pretty downhill, and you can straight line it. You think it's this one here, you can straight line this corner if you get it right. But if you don't, evening Buzz, how are you, my friend? Yeah, look how pitched these curbs are here. It's pretty unsavoury, you know. And in the 86, it's pretty soft on the suspension as well. As you can see, we've got a lot of roll in these 86s as well. So it might be alright. In the 911, this track was pretty unsavoury for me myself. But it's not a bad track, to be fair. They say it's probably suited more to this car than the 911, as we get a little bit sideways, a little bit twitchy there on the downshift. But all to do. This is a good trail braking section of the circuit. It is a good trail braking all the way around. Constant right hander and then a hard right hander. Maybe we can down into second gear. Keep it firmly planted. Look at a little bit neat. I would have gone a little bit wider myself, but each to their own, and all the different driving styles on offer tonight. It's going to be truly very good racing. And then we've got Dan Wareham as well coming out on the circuit. He's going to sit in second. It's 41 thousandths of a second off. He's currently doing 136.10s to 135.69s from 8 Ronenberg in practice. And we've got Lee Rylands as well in the Ryland machine, currently 4th. And then Ben Evans leading the AM Championship there. He is mixing it up in his Dunking for a Flunking machine. The Dunking machine then moves up to 4th with a 137 dead. They say the AMs will be mixing it up largely with the pros this evening. Really looking forward to it tonight. Really can't wait. Going to be good. Any predictions? Get them down in the chat there, and we'll reel them off. Would be good. Oh, no Barber machine, I do believe. There's no Barber machine this evening. And no Mark Brown in the room either yet. So. No Mr. Brown. Normally joins me for a chat at the end of the evening. So again, someone new. If there's no Mr. Mark Brown, let me just bring up the board a minute. See if we can. See who is actually on the track. Where are we? Not long now to Barber Motorsport here. This is off John Johnston, the governor. We've only 2 races left. Ryan Dudley is in the lead for the pro, but has still got plenty of racing to do. To get that top position points to secure the championship. As for the Yankees, Ben Evans has made a great lead in the points, and Sean Clark needed top points over the next 2 races if he's stand any chance of winning the championship. So Sean Clark and Ben Evans will be in for a fight tonight. We shall keep our eye on those 2 as well. Should surely be a very closely contested race. Between the pros. Pretty tasty indeed. Buckle yourselves in. Nobody into chat with us right now in the interview room. We'll get rid of the Discord and bring it back up later on. We'll bring up our little table. Where is... He is currently here. Oh. Is off the pro lead is 17.2 seconds. 139.2 fastest so far. And there's his rival Ben Evans is doing 137.8. the same day. So it is going to be an interesting race indeed, my friend. I am Peter Woodmore in his woo machine. He does like it. He does like the woo machine. Judging my commentator's a little unorthodox for some, highly unprofessional, I know. Last week, I've got to admit, I was a couple of sheets to the win last week. We got another victory under our belt in the cup tonight. But I thought I'd try and keep a level head for the comms tonight. As we won 2-0 last week in our league game, and we played AFC Mansfield today in the cup, first round of the cup. And come away with 2 late winning goals in the second half by Luke Thompson. Phenomenal goals as well. Really good team performance today. 4-3-3 working wonders for us this season. And onwards to round 2 we go. So yeah, really looking forward to the rest of the season in the football as well. It'll be banging. It'll be really, really good. So less of the football, and I just get a bit happy when I talk about football. And I've actually been in charge for 2 games and we've won 2, so I've got a 100% record. Just putting it out there. Just putting it out there. They have asked me to do a podcast regarding football as well. I've been running for 4 years, and they've never had a Facebook page right like that. So, and in the first season I've been in charge, there is the governor. Speaking of, Mr. Tanso himself, John Johnston, has just left the pits and currently on an lap. His previous best was a 1:43.56. Last time around was 1:46 dead. So still all to do for Mr. Johnston himself, the governor. Still got a lot to do. We're arguably qualifying gets underway in around 5 minutes time. Practice is one thing, qualifying another, as is the race after that. As we see in our mid-Ohio, a few people was rubbing a few people the wrong way. Didn't even buy them a drink or bring any Vaseline, but we'll see about tonight. This track, like I said, is it is a good flowing circuit when you find the rhythm, but if you can't gel with the circuit, you're just gonna have a nightmare of a race. As you've seen on board with Ryan Dudley, the corners are so low, they're just more or less downhill braking in gearing, which you don't really want to do in this 86. This 86 don't like braking and down gearing at the best of times at the same time, but just see the track elevations changing all the time around here. So this car, when it goes downhill and it meets the bottom, it will sink into the floor, but when it's high and it rolls around some of these curves, it just won't, won't have any of it. So it will lose its marbles at some point, and somebody will go off with away with the theories, guarantee it. Into turn 1, very deceiving. You can brake late in there, but it's how late you want to brake to get it right. TCR tomorrow, yeah, touring cars tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to that. Speaking of the leagues coming up, we have got the midday lappers. That is run by Dave Clark, I do believe. Is it the F4s? The Formula 4s? Yeah, the Formula 1 cars, the replica Formula 1 cars were really good. Did try and run Fuji. Now, I don't like Fuji on GT Sport, and I thought, yeah, I'll join. Got on there. I spent most of my time going around in circles. Oh yeah. That is I do believe that's 12 o'clock in the day by Mr. Dave Clark, Mr. Vape Guru himself, and then we've got the Tanso touring cars. That's on tomorrow night. The GT4s unfortunately has been folded as far as I'm aware due to the lack of numbers, and then on Wednesday we have the GT3s. Should be back up and running. See Mr. Martin JL09 couldn't race, was a bit low on numbers last weekend, so there's no stream for that either. But we should be back up to full strength because he was watching Newcastle beat PSG 4-1. Not bad for a negative look-alike team, in the black and white kit. I dubbed them the negatives, as you do. But and then we have the Clios as well, the Clio Cup, and I don't remember what day that is, but I know we have the MX-5s on a Friday night, which is going really well as well. So looking forward to the MX-5s. It'll be pretty tasty indeed. quickest way to level up as well, I found on iRacing, is the MX5s. If you have a good couple of races, I did try the GT4s and the GT3 leagues. Now I've gone up a level. Didn't quite work out for me. I ended up dropping a few places in my iRacing. Went down a hell of a lot. So all to do again. All to do the rebuilding. Get my iRacing back up. Need to get some more seat time. But yeah. Next generation RP sponsoring the Gr86s. They got many servers like GTA servers, Adventure Airways servers as well, and over 9,000 people on their on their Discord. I do apologise, on their Discord page. Over 9,000 people on their servers. Absolutely banging for next generation. As Mr. JT is in the pits and sat there, and we want to go and see who's racing on the track. Dan Whittam has just heading off. There's only 3 on the circuit, and there they are. The boys are just getting to know each other. Mr. Ben Evans in the Dunking machine. What can he do this evening? Currently running in 5th, would be a first for the Hams. Put on an outlet. We shall see. For sure, the championship contenders this season have been phenomenal. The racing has been second to none as well. So I'm only showing 14 drivers at the moment. James Smith still yet to take to the track. Mr. Kostrick is here as well. Mr. Kostrick, we like Mr. Kostrick in the ever vibrant livery machines that he runs. His Porsche livery is not too bad either. He's got some outlandish liveries. It makes him look fantastic, doesn't it? And looking forward to it. Who's this Multiclass League Round 4 live from St. Croix C? That is we on. Don't know why I'm getting that notification up on my screen, but no, never know. We're here for Tanso. We are. Just looking at the gaps we've got, it is all the way down to Sean Clark is 1.6 seconds. That is from first place down to 11th, separated by 1.6 seconds. That ain't bad. Then we have a little bit of a drop to Darryl Morrison, then drops to 3.7, then to Mr. JG himself, Mr. Tanso, it's down at 5.8. Like I said, oosh, a big punt there, and they're all coming in. We should have a destruction derby. That would be hilariously good fun. Commentating on a derby would be pretty tasty. I do believe we've got the rollover for qualifying right now. Ooh, there we go, 10 minutes of quali. Let's see how we get on here this evening in quali. We can switch between the drivers as we do. Bring a little bit of time delta as well for us. That won't be like racing, but time. Don't need a dashboard. Got a sector. I've got to put a lap in. Who do we need to see? We need to see Ryan Dudley when he exits. So as soon as he comes out of the pitch, we will get on board. We're currently still with Mr. Kostrick. Hey, Ronenberg was just did the pit lane. All to play for here this evening at Barber. But that corner there in car view is absolutely. Just see the front end of Kostrick's car bouncing off that curve there. It will be unsavoury for some as well. And we have got Ryan Dudley now on his outlap as well. We're going to wish him all the best, and Ben Evans as well, in their pursuit of championship glory. I haven't heard if they can seal it out today around here with 2 races to go. I mean, I haven't had it confirmed yet whether it's going to be sealed. Just like Max Verstappen sealed his victory today in the sprint race as well. Yeah, one may never know. One may never know. Ooh, there we go. Mr. Razmataz is out in his Jim Strong as well. He ordered Castrol off Wish and got Jim Strong. Oh. That's why I don't shop on Wish anymore. Best of luck tonight, Johnny. Come on, Johnny. There's James B. Go, let's have it. A very, 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 very long lap. This probably just warming his time break, so we still haven't got a time on the board yet. As soon as we do, we'll get some comparisons to see where people are. It is a closed qualifying. You do have a track to yourself. You do get 3 laps qualifying time to yourself. You've had an hour in the practice as well, though. We start a lap now with Mr. Dudley over the start-finish line. We'll be able to get some outer up somewhere. Read through sector 1. Good luck to everyone tonight. Team Syntech for the win, says Mark Brown. Yo, Martin Lee's in the chat as well. How are we doing, Martin Lee? Mr. Mark Brown, how are you, my friend? Hope you are well. Sector 1 at 23. Not bad. Not bad at all. Still waiting on a first time, but everybody's still now on their first flying laps. Very easy to get this corner wrong. There's a big eye up on them curves. Wouldn't recommend it for those. Down hard on the brakes. Very unsafe. Like I said, the Porsche 911 aided that. And it is fast lap first in for Lee Rylands. He's putting the 137.72 down where a 137.70. All coming in 137s as well. Stuart Brealey is coming in with a 138. Ben Evans moves into third place on a 137.72, equaling Lee Rylands' time. But we're watching the man on the move, Eric Rodenberg, 136.3. Currently sitting on pole position as it goes. But Ryan Dudley got shoot of championship glory. Over the line we go. Only 5th, a 137.9 for Ryan Dudley. Ooh. But the man on the move at the moment, putting down the marker, is Eric Ronenberg. Got a purple sector 1 as well. That is sector 2, just 54 thousandths of a second faster as Dan Wareham in sector 2. Been up since 4:30 this morning with a been. But they're all asleep, not fair to wake me up then. I mean, yo, Marty, yo! Ladies and gentlemen, there's a legend in the chat. And he's my Irish brother from another mother, Mr. D4TC. Mr. D4TC. I love this guy to bits. He's helped me out no end. No end. He used to do our comms on GT Sport. He's raced with us as well before. If I didn't know this, I wouldn't know anything if it wasn't for D4TC. D4TC, legend. How you doing, my friend? Good evening to you. Yes, how did we blast in the MX-5s today? Did you enjoy it? I hope you did, my friend. I hope you did. Ronenberg again. Purple sector 3, sector 4. Bringing him up a 136.29. Dan Wareham as well is in second place on a 136.7. It's Ryan Dudley. He's still down. He's down in 7th place. Barber's not being nice to him this evening. Not being nice at all. No time for Raz Harper at the moment, and James Smith either. So Ryan Dudley got in the bag. B sectors are green. Mr. Brealey is behind him at the moment on a 138.63. This is going to be pretty tasty. It's all the way down to Sean Clark. It's down to a second. It is literally a second from 1st to 10th as it sits. at the moment, and Sean Clark is rounding out the top 10. The purple sector 2 for Dudley. Found a move that's faster than anybody else on the circuit at the purple sector. You're the man, Kev says Marty. I don't think so. I wouldn't be the man if it wasn't for you, my friend. You've done a race and some practice for a bit different than GT7, but yeah, unreal. Yeah. I tell you, iRacing is another level. It took me all my time to get used to iRacing, bro. All my time in the road. I was like, I'm not going on iRacing. I'm not paying to race. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. But ended up getting in the seat. Did it anyway. And it's probably the best racing I've ever done. That's a finish in the laps right now. As you can see, all those in item white. Still on a fast lap. What has Dudley got? He's gone personal best all around the board. Moves himself up to third place with a 1:36.9. Fastest lap so far. That is Ryan Dudley done. What about Mr. Kostrick? He's done as well. Ronenberg all done. Here's a Woodward machine of Peter Woodmore. Moves himself up into 7th place. Ahead of Mr. Kostrick. Oh. This is going to be very tight indeed. All the way down to 12th. Not separated by much at all. Wait for the grid results to come in. We've got the grid up. Would be good if we did. In your own time. Everybody's still racing. No, I'm still waiting on Dan Wareham as well. Only in 2nd place. And GT7 has killed it. GT7 just literally killed GT off. All the lobby lag and everything in GT7 was... well, wasn't that great, to be honest. Must have saved all this for last, Mr. Wareham. No personal best, but still on par with those in and around him at the moment. 3/10 of a second off the back of Mr. Ronenberg. People moan about the money, but if you plan it properly, then it won't be. Yeah, that's true. That is very true, mate. I couldn't have said that better myself, if I'm honest. Yeah. I really couldn't have said that better myself. Just a couple of seconds before quality is over. And we should get the grid up. There's our result. I'm going to replay it. Let's get the grid. There we go. So it's 8 Ronenberg on pole position from Dan Wareham. Ryan Dudley in 3rd place. Ben Evans in the arms is in 4th. Razmataz Harper, Lee Rylands are 5th and 6th. 7th, Peter Woodmore. 8th, Scott Kostrick. Stuart Brealey in 9th. James Smith in 10th. Sean Clark is the 11th. And then it is to Dave Clark in 12th place. And then in 13th, Darryl Morrison and John Johnston. Ooh. This is going to be very, very tasty indeed. Get up that battle box. There we go. We've got it all now. We've got it all now. I am loving the GT3s though, if I'm honest. Need to get in there, Mr. D46 in the GT3s. Ben Evans. Ryan Dudley. Tonight could be your night, boys. Get rid of the SDK. We don't want to see that. That's you. I don't know if you heard that big. Whoop, whoop. Nice, boys. We are ready to go here at Barber Motorsport for 20 minutes in a sprint race. Eric Ronenberg's going to lead the way from the Simtech racing machines. Where is everybody gone? Should be away by now, should we not? Real poised. Big Duds P3, yeah he is. There we go, the revs are up. Waiting on lights. Not sure why my counter's still counting 2 minutes and we're all sat here. Now you can hear them. I'm just excited. Do love a good championship shootout, and there is the green flag, and that looked like a banging start from Ryan Dudley already up to first place down into turn 1. Got the jump on Ronenberg. Dan Wareham flies it around the outside, and that is Ryan Dudley has got it all kinds of wrong. All kinds of wrong. Down 10 positions already, and Dave Clark has just entered the pits. That is mythical. But it is Dan Wareham leading the way from 8 runner. Ben Evans then moves a position into third. We'll get bare points for that as well. Podium position as well. Oh, as he spins it around, because Ben Evans in the dunking machine and falling down the order like a good one. He's got away. What's Ryan Dudley? Ooh, that would have been. Oh, that would have been. So the 2 championship leaders already making mistakes on this opening lap. And it's Dan Wareham leading the way from the pole sitter Eric Ronenberg. Lee Reiners then moves up 3 spots into 3rd place. He's closely followed by Scott Kostrick up 4 into 4th place. And Stuart Brealey is not too far behind at all. Oh dear. Championship contenders already. Nerves getting the better of them, and down the order they go. Both down 8 positions, 11th and 12th. I wouldn't even say that's respectively either. Damn. So 20 minutes around a circuit like this, I would say there could be a few freebies on the way as well. Mr. Johnston up 5 positions into 9th place as well. And the silverback team there not doing too bad either. It's Mr. Darrell Morrison moves up 6 into 7th place as well for Team Silverback. James Smith just passes John Johnston down the inside of turn 1. Seen Ryan Dudley get it wrong there. I dare say probably the curb that caught him out as well. These curbs are very unforgiving indeed. James Smith moves up 1 into 9th. Ryan Dudley, what is his gap? He is 1.5 apparently off the back of John Johnston. But he is only, after that big off, he's 10.3 off the back of these pair at the moment as it stands. And Lee Rylands is 2.9 off the back of this pit. Eric Ronenberg giving Dan Wareham the lights there. That could have got tasty. That could have got tasty. Scrabo up 5. Yeah, big Scrabo is now. It's just been passed by. Well, he did get passed by Darrell Morrison. Duds has just passed Darrell Morrison for P10. And now he is on the back of Mr. Johnston as well. Let's see if we can get on the gyro cam of the championship leader as he makes a reconnaissance drive in all his glory. With 3 minutes in, we've got 17 and a big gain on John Johnston there as well. Would have caught many drivers out. It looks to go round the outside of the ever sweeping right-handers as well. Hard on the brakes, goes defences, take the time. And the tighter line, and he's got it wrong again.
Sorry, Rod.
Ooh.
Breaked up.
I'm not sure if that was contact from John Johnston catching Duds on the rear quarter there. Dudley is now into 9th place in the silverback machine. Having a look down his inside, not quite going to get that move done. Let's go and have a look at the workroom machine as he's closing down on Stuart Brealey as it sits. There we go. The workroom machine is having a look around the outside here. That would be a favourable move. Might get the switch back as well. Not quite going to get the switch back. Stuart Brealey in the revive machine is a stern defence there. I'd be falling asleep if I was Marty. Go on, John Ladd, said Marty Lee. Need Martin JL in there with 15 tins in him. Those were the days. Those were the days. Those was absolutely savage days was. Remember we used to DDR nights, bro. It was absolutely mental. Tell you what's mental, Scott Kostrick is catching Lee Rylands by 55 100ths of a second behind. Going great Scott is Scott Kostrick. And when I first raced in the leagues with these boys, I did lap 1, took Kostrick out, and then the reverse grid race, I did it again, which was, now I'm laughing, but it was all completely by accident. It really was. Just happens to be the same driver that I caught, even in the 3 wide we went to. It was pretty unfortunate, to be fair. I told John today you ate this. He did. He don't like it. Calls it a milk float. Calls it a milk float. He does. All the time gaining is Mr. Kostrick on the back of Lee Rylands. This is the Porsche when you come over that crest there. It just got so eerie and light. It just went wayward on me. This is Dan Hill braking here. It was right into this hairpin left. Coped with that really well, did Mr. Kostrick. That was pretty tasty indeed. But up front is Eric Ronenberg and Dan Wareham still battling it nose to tail. No way through though for Eric Ronenberg as it sits. As that near, here you go. Gonna drag race him off the final corner into the sequence of right lefts as they taking all the curb and some, and Dan Wareham not giving no quarter even as we're going through the left right. This corner is savage as well. Doesn't look like it, but it is. And then we're going to the sequence of sweeping right-handers as Eric Ronenberg is all under the gearbox of that Simtech machine. Eric Ronenberg's on the fastest lap as well, only by 21 thousandths of a second. These two are going to be swapping it out for the rest of this race, I do believe, but not too far behind though. Lee Ryan and Scott Kostrick. Let's see how the other championship contender is getting on. He's down 7 in 11th place in the Duncan machine. He's 8 seconds off the back of Darren Morrison and 3 seconds ahead of Mr. Tanso himself, Mr. TRG, Mr. Johnston. Dave Clark is somewhere about, not quite sure where. One may never know. Darren Morrison is up 3 and he's currently 1.8 off the back of Sean Clark in the Silverback machine. All to play for, all to play for. When he first started this, they need 27 drivers, 30 drivers on the circuit. I'm glad there's only 14 to deal with tonight, because getting them all in is no mean feat. Sean Clark having a look at the back up to into 9th now on the back of James Smith. He's asking more to, well, quite an asking more. I'm just going to pull out his slipstream there, down the inside right. No quarter there. We'll get a good move down. They did a good line through that sequence of corners, to be quite honest. Felt like a straight line, that pretty well. Not too bad at all. Now Ryan Dudley has only down 4 positions. He's up into 7th place, as you can see there on the timing board. But he is, obviously, he's got a big gap to come down though. He needs a gap. He's like 2.7 seconds off the back, and he's pushing it to the extremities of the circuit. Is Ryan Dudley in that Simtech machine. It's 2.4 off the back of Peter Woodmore. And Woodmore is still tracking Stuart Breelett, but not by much. I dare say, with 12 minutes to go in this race, and not going to count out Dudley yet. Not by a long shot. He is a quick driver on his day. Just got it wrong into turn 1. Will be kicking himself, and then got clipped, I do believe, by Mr. JT. And covered really well, to be fair. Covered really well. Got Kostrick and Lee Ryland still nose to tail as they head round the hairpin. What about slipstream as well will be key around there. You can see the leaders just in front. They've been swapping positions like it's been going out of fashion. There's Eric Ronenberg and Dan Wareham. Dan Wareham has got the best photograph on here. It does make me laugh every time I see it. It is, honestly, his photograph's absolutely brilliant. I had to look twice when I seen it. Really did. There you go. It is brilliant. I love it. I think I actually called him once in the stream, Mr. McGinnis. First thing that come to mind. Eric Ronenberg still pressing him on. Nonetheless, this gap is nigh on 10 bob note wide by these two. Let's just toying with each other, dragging themselves so long. Slipstream working wonders. The 4.2 seconds ahead now as Ronenberg puts in another fastest lap in the slipstream with Dan Wareham. Lee Ryland is 4.1 off the back of this pair, but he's got no time. Scott Kostrick at the moment, who is just 31 thousandths of a second behind him. As Ryan Dudley in his pursuit of the Woodmore and Brealey fight, he has closed that gap down like it was going on sale, and he's going to need a sail to pull himself through past the police car machine of Peter Woodmore. This could be an El Mary of a nosedive around the outside into the hairpin. Barber as well, full sense from Ryan Dudley around the outside. That was a phenomenal move. Glad we waited for that one. Now we'll tuck up on the back door of the blinking, literally no, the car's blinking, there you go, of Stuart Brealey in a revived machine. You did see it just blink out and come back there. Not sure what that, maybe that's latency issues or what, one may never know. I'm not very technical, but it's now down 3. So one more place puts him in the top 5 in his pursuit of championship glory for Ryan Dudley. Come through the most awkward part of the circuit is this undulation left into the sweeping uphill right in his corners. Well, hard on the brakes there with Brealey. Might have caught Duds out just a little bit there. Normally a lift and coast in this car, would have thought. Down on the brakes hard as well, fighting the steering wheel. He's done taking all the curb, making it wide as well. Did dab on the brake there for Brealey, I'm not sure why. It should be pretty flat in these cars, and we have got a great run now as we come out of the gyro and onto TV3 for Duds to get that move done, signed, sealed, delivered down the inside. Didn't make the same mistake as last time. That move is done, and up into 5th place now is Ryan Dudley. He's 5.9 now off the back of Scott Kostrick. But he is fighting with Lee Ryland still, and he is now on the same bit of tarmac as those pair. And if Stuart Brealey stays under the rear wing of Ryan Dudley, they say he might pull away from the Woodward machine as well. One may never know. Where is Ben Evans? He is 2.8 off the back of Darrell Morrison. That Duncan machine got it all wrong earlier on. Was having a good race. I've seen him qualifying, had a good start. Practice times were bang on as well. He was up there mixing it up with the top 4. Putting it down in 11th place. Mr. Johnston as well, up 2 into 12th place. Dave Clark, Raz Harper not on the score sheet this evening. So we have got a little over 7 and a few minutes left. This penultimate race of the season. I'm hoping it goes all the way down to the wire for the final race of the season, which will be epic. But, you know, I'm not a scorecard, one may never know. One may never know. That gap down 4.9, and he's already pulled a gap of 2.2 seconds over the back of Peter Woodmore in the police car machine in his hunt for Scott Kostrick and Lee Rylands as well. Dare say if he catches the back of them pair, he will gain up and may even get a podium position this evening. That gap is coming down pretty rapid as well. Darrell Morrison just had a little excursion off the circuit as well. That's not what would be good for the Silverback machine. Dan Wareham still leading the way from Eric Ronenberg. Darrell Morrison then drops him. The Nugget still up 3 though. He's in 10th place. Doing pretty well indeed. Peter Woodmore, he has just passed. I say just passed. He's still going at it. Where is Duds? Yeah, now what is it, 4.7 seconds at 4.5, 4.4, time's coming down no end. He's got no end of overspeed through that sequence of corners. Now you can see your podium just up the road there as well, can Ryan Dudley. I reckon 5 and a bit minutes. What do you reckon? You reckon he's going to get another one? I reckon he'll get another one. He's going to need a second a lap. Get Scott Kostrick at least second a lap. His lap times are 1:36.79 compared to 1:38.5 that the boys are pulling. He's faster than the leaders at the moment, is Ryan Dudley. Sounds like a bit like a NASCAR thing, that didn't it? A bit Days of Thunder. Saying that, Dan Wareham just come in with a 1:36.35, as did Eric Ronenberg, a 1:36.42, a 1:36.79 for Ryan Dudley. These boys are just pacing themselves, having a bit of fun. The pros always putting up a pro drive. We're racing 8 seconds to run in the 86s this evening. Like I said, I didn't even know that Mr. Ronenberg was part of the SimTech consortium, so someone led me in the chat in one of the previous stream last week. I forget the name that told me. Yeah, what was that? Oh, that just took the cream off Mark off it. Because I do like to see Ronenberg mixing it up, as you do. But, yeah, totally burst my bubble. He did. Is that gap coming down? Still 4.5, it's levelled it at. I think with Lee Rylands and Scott Kostrick pushing and pulling each other along, Dodds might not be able to get that job done. Fortunately, it's not looking like it's going to happen. John Clark up 3 into 8th. He is 7 seconds off the back of Stuart Brealey and Peter Woodmore, but he has got close contender in James Smith. Darryl Morrison, Team Silverbacks, running 9th and 10th, rounding out the top 10. But then Ben Evans, in his pursuit of the AM Championship glory, is down 7 after that mistake. Still in 11th place, got 32 seconds over John Johnston. What would be going through your mind after that? But he's got time, he can at least gain. Team Silverback played pretty cautiously, as he already looks like he was going to have a look there. I wouldn't full sending it myself, but different lines taking off 1 into 2. Going to be there or thereabouts. So if he gets these two, gets himself into the top 10, wouldn't be a bad shout. Wouldn't be a bad shout. The eyes is still Woodmore at the moment. Is Evans takes Smith, full sends down, decks both of them there. That was a great run by the Dunking machine. Not quite sure what the Team Silverbacks was thinking, but a drag race between Ben Evans and James Smith down into this sequence of corners. Oh, and they just wiped each other out. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, that's not what you want to see. That's not... Told you somebody had to do it. Somebody had to do it. It was a drag race. 2 into 1, especially into that sequence of corners. Does not go. Does not go at all. Them corners just tighten up. You're damn viewed as well. You can't see your entry. You can't see your exit until you're actually on it. And the exit of that sequence of corners is blind. So, hey, what's up? How you doing, my friend? How you doing? Hope you are well. Hope you are well. But that was catastrophic. Silverbacks getting involved with a dunking. And they literally got a dunking. And Darryl Morrison then was pulled a 2.4 gap out of that over Ben Evans, James Smith. But out of these pair getting on up front, the ever-recent SimTech team just sharing the track as they do. Now down to, he has got that gap down to 2.8 seconds. What have we got on the clock, ladies and gentlemen? We are into the 19th minute. It's all to play for. Drop the hammer, Dodds. Let's go. He might not do it, but I wish he would. Would be good if he could. Dodds can see that podium just in front. Will we get one more lap after this? One may never know. I haven't seen a white flag, we have missed it. Oh, he's on the grass again, he's Dodge. You don't want to be doing that in his pursuit of a podium drive at least. 2.2. He's literally driving the tyres off that car. His pursuit of podium. What about Ben Evans and Dudley's pursuit? John Johnston has crashed. Now Ben Evans is in the top 10, still down 6 though. He's making steady progress in the grid. He's just 41 thousandths of a second off the back of the silverback machine of Daryl Morrison. Coming up to the same part of the circuit where they went 2x2 before, and it's not what you want to do. Down the inside again we go. What about them two? They're on the last lap as well. Survived that time. I believe this will be. Check it out as the donkey machine goes up the inside over the crest as we come up to the left-hander. Silverback machine now will try and repay the favour. I dare say into this hairpin. Might go for that switcheroo if he gives him space. No, he did look for it though. The donkey machine got that one. Pretty well defended.
Pass on the right. Cheers,
that was Mr. JT telling him to pass on the right. Don't know how we've got the chat up here as well, but it is pretty tasty doing that. We're going over in the chat as we come around the final corner. It is the checkered flag, and it's going to be Dan Wareham from Eric Ronenberg bringing home the points for the Simtech boys as well. What about Scott Kostrick and Lee Rylands around the final corner? Going to be Lee Rylands, is it, for a podium? Dodds just not close enough there in the background. It's Lee Rylands who will take third. Scott Kostrick fourth. Dodds with a drive to survive came in a top 5 position, just down 2 positions as well. Top 5 for Dodds on his recovery drive. Peter Woodmore will come home in 6th. Stuart Brealey will come home in 7th as well. It's Sean Clark hang on for 8th. Yes, he did. Ben Evans battled with the Silverbacks. And that collision through the sequence of right lefts. Comes home in 9th place. Daryl Morrison in 10th. James Smith coming home there as well in 11th. Wow, that was pretty tasty to be fair. Everyone got pulled away in a little bit 2x2x2. Yes. Waiting till a warm up, waiting on the results. There you have it, Dan Wareham taking the first race victory from Eric Ronenberg and Lee Rylands, rounding out your podium position. Scott Kostrick, Ryan Dudley, 4th and 5th. Peter Woodmore in 6th. Stuart Brealey in 7th. Sean Clark in 8th. Ben Evans, what would have been for Ben Evans? Great comments, big lad, says Marty. Thank you very much, my friend. What would have been for Ben Evans? It was up there mixing up with the top 3, but still managed to claim some positions back on the night, finishing in 9th place. Daryl Morrison for the Silverbacks is in 10th. James Smith in 11th. John Johnston 12th. They even rise Neil Poir this evening, which is pretty unfortunate. So, yeah. Not sure what happened to Dave Clark. Unless he'll be around in race 2. One may never know. All the boys now do have 5-minute practice, but they'll probably choose to rest just a little bit after that race. They say Ryan Dudley will be composing himself. Ben Evans as well. I'll be able to play for in race 2. I do believe it is reverse grid as well, so that just adds to the excitement. Does it not? A full reverse grid. Going to be pretty decent. And why they have got, well, we've got 3 minutes left. I'm going to nip to the little messages room. I'll be right back. And just like that, we're back again. Nobody on the track yet. That's not good, is it? Would have thought there would have been somebody out and about. Would have been nice to see somebody out and about. No. We'll stick to scenic views then. We will. Somebody improving iRacing times, going up in Garage 61. Get all these little pop-ups on my screen. So annoy me a little bit more. Need to know how to turn them off. Do wind me up just a little. What about Man City dropping a nugget to Brighton today? What? That match actually finished 2-2. John's sitting at 101 for podium position at any time. Oh yeah. I just can't race the thing, yeah. Don't speak. Sorry, I'm just going back through the chat, catching up as you do. All caught up. Yeah, just a few seconds to go. With the recovery driver Ryan Dudley in that race, I've got to say, got all the points nonetheless to get on the top 5. But he will be down the order in this race as well, so he's got a good advantage at the moment. He's probably going to start around 9th and 10th. With the midfield starting in front of him. Ben Edwards as well will be starting down the front of the circuit in his pursuit of championship glory as well, which may aid in his pursuit, shall we say. No results from the warm-up. We've got a grid. There you go. Raz Harper, Dave Clark, John Johnston, James Smith, Darrell Morrison, Ben Evans will start in 6th, Sean Clark 7th, Stuart Brealey 8th, Peter Woodmore 9th, Ryan Dudley 10th, as I called it, Scott Kostrick 11th, Rylands will start there in 12th place. And we've got Eric Ronenberg and Dan Wareham in 13th and 14th place. This is going to be pretty tasty indeed. I dare say, obviously no Harper, no Clark. So it's going to be John Johnston, Smith, Morrison, Evans, Clark, Brealey, Woodmore, Dudley. Already gaining spot as well. Let's get that battle box up as well. Let's get rid of that. We don't need all that jazz. Race 2. We are away. Pretty good start as well. Team Silverbacks there as well. There's a 2nd and 3rd as the Dunking machine just drives straight through the middle, heading down in towards turn 1. Hero's already making a move as well. That is Stuart Brealey down 4. Ryan Dudley up 5 already into 5th place. Now's his chance, now's his moment. Stuart Brealey has just crashed. Ryan Dudley is on the back of the Team Silverback. And it's all to play for Mr. RD himself. Dan Wareham up 5, Eric Ronenberg already up 2, Lee Rylands mixing it up as well. James Smith was having a look at duds. But it's Darrell Morrison and Ben Evans moving up in front of John Johnston. It is the Dunking machine versus Team Silverback versus Simtech as Ryan Dudley goes ahead of John Johnston now up into 3rd place. Oh, John, no!
Sorry again.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Wait. Oh, what can he do? He can't buy it, can it? He just can't buy it. He just can't buy it. Oh, Duds, again, clipped. And if we want turn 1, last time it was round 2. Great sportsmanship from John Johnston hanging on nonetheless. Letting him back through, getting that position as well. But Eric Ronenberg now having a look at Lee Rylands. Dan Wareham up 1 as well. Who is that? Sean Clark taking a little excursion in the way with the face. As comes Dudley. Ooh. Screaming over the crest there was Ryan Dudley. I thought he was going to go an early mating call with Sean Clark's Gr86 as Jamie Smith for the Team Silverback is in the barriers on the final corner. And down the order, he goes down 8 spots into 12th place. Wow. all to go, all to go. And Ben Evans, in the meantime, off down the road in his Duncan machine. He has got a gap of 3.6 seconds to this fighting trio behind him. We've got Scott Kostrick, Dan Ware and Peter Woodmore, Darrell Morrison, Eric Ronenberg. Remember them two was Dan Ware and Eric Ronenberg down in 13th, 12th and 11th respectively. Now already on the opening laps. Dan Ware up 11. Eric Ronenberg up 7. There's just Peter Woodmore, Darrell Morrison for Team Silverback separating them bit. Where is Dud still up 2? Still up 2, but remember he was running on a podium position before he got clipped into this sequence of corners by Mr. JT. Easily done when you're all clambering all over each other. But Eric Ronenberg is having a look at the side of Darrell Morrison, getting that move done in his slipstream of the police car, the Root machine. Looks like the Silverback machine is going to not run up too much. Cuts his nose off nonetheless. Let's go on board with the guy that's got all the views here in his pursuit of this bit. The Silverback machine on the left and the Simtech guy on the right. And Eric Ronenberg getting that move done. Now it's on to Peter Woodmore. Big clamping of the curb there on the exit of the final corner. Down the start finish straight we go. Heading down towards turn 1. It dips down all on the brakes. You're going to have to go. You're going to have to trust in yourself and the car to get you through this corner, because you can easily get it wrong. You just got to bide your time on the throttle as well. You think you can go early on the throttle, but you can't. Different line taking there as well. That could have gone well wide off the circuit, but held that pretty well. Side by side. Ryan Dudley is getting that move done. We did do him around the outside before, as he got the move done again. Not quite this time around for Dudley, but it looks like he got a good exit over nonetheless. Got a bit of slipstream as well. Not quite. That gap 3.7. The Duncan machine is away with the Fairies and in Dreamland leading this way. Up 5 positions so far. And then it is Scott Kostrick and Dan Wareham. Second and third, fighting it out. Police car and Eric Ronenberg, the Root machine, they're side by side as well. That is Ryan Dudley. He is not too far off this pack. Gr86 is 1, 2, 2 by 2. There's 2 here, there's 2 there, there's 2 at the back as well. These are 3 by 3. Ryan Dudley, Lee Rylands, Darrell Morrison as well. All there in the mix. All wanting big points here this evening. The grid isn't as big as we expected it, with just the 14 compared to the 27 we had the other week. But this is where points will help in the championship. And it is pretty much like this. Ryan Dudley again on Darrell Morrison down the inside, getting that move done. As Lee Ryland's got an answer for Darrell Morrison as well. Not quite, but he has got slipstream off Ryan Dudley. And Eric Ronenberg is already making a move, but Peter Woodmore got that move done. Dodds gets that move signed, sealed and delivered, as does the Silverback machine of Darrell Morrison. Moves up the inside as well. And we did see a little move, I do believe, of Eric Ronenberg over Peter Woodmore. But that move already signed, sealed, delivered in his pursuit of Scott Kostrick now. And Dan Wareham is up 12 positions into second. And in his pursuit of Ben Evans, who is now still 3.4 ahead of Dan Wareham, to be fair. Just keeps it on track, and he will do pretty fine. He will do really well indeed. Eric Ronenberg still in his pursuit of Scott Kostrick. Big clamping of the curves and a little bit sideways there for Kostrick. Got that car a little bit unsavoury. Well out. As we look to go round the outside, get the switch back and get a nice drive out of that corner. That move is done, signed, sealed and delivered, I do believe, around the outside. The old switcheroo, the old Schumacher scanned it. I do love it, and he is on his way. That's Scott Kostrick got an answer into turn 1. Not quite. I do believe there will be no comeback for Mr. Kostrick. And then it'll be up to Peter Woodmore, who was just under a second behind her as well. Ryan Dudley now up 4 after that mistake. Oh, I say the mistake, they're coming together with Mr. JT. He is now in 6th place, one more position. Malika's finishing from race 1. But you can see the gang of cars in front and his Simtech teammates just in front of him as well. He's only... what's his gap off the lead? Let me just go quick. 6.4 off the lead is Ryan Dudley at the moment. So, still all to do. Still all to do. Darryl Morrison is down 7. Not quite sure where Darryl Morrison has gone. He is gone somewhere. Obviously he's gone that far, we can't find him. I do believe he's retired to the pits. One may never know why. I'm not sure if it's a technical error or a bit of damage on the 86. But Mr. Johnston moves up, gets a freebie out of that and moves up to 11th place. He is some way off the lead. I do believe he went in the pits as well. Might have had a bit of damage from that coming together with Ryan Dudley. James Smith down 6 into 10th. He is he's less than a second off the back of Stuart Brealey's Revive machine. Silverback in pursuit of the Revive. Really entertaining indeed. And where is Sean Clark just in front? These 3 cars separated by 2 and a bit seconds between them. 8th, 9th and 10th respectively. No, not much separating those 2. Lee Rylands is 7 seconds ahead of Sean Clark and is 2.4 off the back of Peter Woodmore in the Room machine. What is that gap now? Ryan Dudley is getting that gap down to 2 seconds to Scott Kostrick. And he's bringing Peter Woodmore with him as well. So Peter Woodmore hanging on really well. Oh, I do apologise. That was very highly unprofessional. A little bit of it. No, I'm not looking forward to getting up at all 3 to go to work, to be honest. Really not looking forward to it. The downside of my day, that is, enjoy my Sundays, and when it gets this late, I go, God, up at all 3. Really wake up. Let me check on the man, the myth, the legend, that is Ben Evans. He is now only 6 1,000ths of a second ahead of 1st and 2nd place from race 1, Dan Wareham and Eric Ronenberg. He's led this race for the best part of 10 minutes. Now he's coming under fire from Dan Wareham and Eric Ronenberg. And I dare say he might get fired out the back end of these pair if they do overtake him. But he's not giving him any slipstream at all down into the first corner. I wouldn't either. But they don't need it. Hard on the brakes and was Dan Wareham as he absolutely flew out of turn 1 right onto the rear gearbox of Ben Evans' Gr86. Let me just have a look at the comparison of times here. 1:38, 1:37 is his best time so far, Ben Evans. But Dan Wareham has got that move done. Down the inside goes Eric Ronenberg as well. The Simtech boys going in 2x2 and double attacking Ben Evans and down to 3rd. Now he is only 2.3 seconds ahead of Scott Kostrick. He'll do well to at least stay with his pair for at least a lap or 2. Might aid in his pursuit of a podium. Oh, Scott Kostrick has just made a whoop-woo as well as the whoop-woo machine passes Scott Kostrick after he's recovering from a whoop-woo. And Lee Rylands may be taking a freebie as well. It would be gifted around the outside as he runs it wide onto the grass. But he has got the inside line for this left-hander at least. The return of favour Scott Kostrick will have the inside line for the right side of his sequence of corners. But Lee Rylands isn't bothered about that. He'll just drive right around the outside, get that move done, signed, sealed and delivered. A bit more composure needed for Mr. Kostrick. Regain his thoughts and his composure and go again. Plenty of time still on the clock. We have still got 24 minutes. 24, no, we haven't got 14. Not down either. 14 getting it, sorry. There is Mr. There he is, the governor. He's in 11th. at the moment, and some 7.3 off the back of James Smith in the silverback machine in his pursuit of Stuart Brealey. Stuart Brealey is in 9th place. He's only down one position now. He's got a decent lap time, 138. Last time round was 140 though. So not too bad. We've got a gangle of drivers doing 138s, and then they dig down into the boys at the front doing 136s, but these two up 13 positions, up 11 positions for Eric Ronenberg. I've got to say, an impressive little turnaround for Ben Evans though. Led the race for the best part of 10 minutes. He's only 1.5 off the back of the leading pair at the moment, the Simtech boys, putting in a stellar show. And only 3 seconds behind that is Ryan Dudley in a Simtech machine. They say he's on par with Ben Evans at the moment for lap times. Ben Evans last time around did a 138.25, but his best at the moment is a 137.6. Ryan Dudley's doing 137.2s last time around, so he's within us at least just under a second faster than Ben Evans as it sits right now per lap. And that gap needs to side by side heading down a turn one, and little drag races with boys around the outside goes down Wareham. Did see that little switcher route. Did all the play for though. Did all the play for. Stuart Brealey and James Smith still giving it the big one, separated by nothing really. It's a little bit of fresh air. Get on board as well. Let's go on board and have a look with James Smith from his view of chasing the Revive machine with Stuart Brealey. Team Revive do sponsor one of the leagues here in Tanso as well, as does the Vape Guru EVG. Not quite sure what happened to Dave Clark earlier on. More damage on the Sting. A little tight there as well. We'll go the apexes for James Smith. Has got a good little bit of slip and toe off the back of Stuart Brealey. And they just have a little bit earlier in the car in front. That's our blind, that third corner in is on there. A lot different from our view. We haven't got helmet camp, unfortunately. Very, very blind. And Ronenberg has got that move done over down Wareham. Into just pulling and pushing each other along. Now Ryan Dudley has caught the back of the Dunking machine of Ben Evans. And again, they say, what is Dud's off the back? He's literally about 4 seconds off the back of Dan Wareham as it sits right now. So it could be Team Simtech again claiming a triple podium this evening, which has been done a few times this season. It's no mean feat, but Team Simtech, they can synchronise drive, a phenomenal team. Really are a phenomenal team. Everybody is phenomenal, to be honest, but Team Simtech just seems to be a different level in the Pro League as it sits. Really are. Truly a good team. God's having a look, showing his nose on the back of the Dunking machine of Ben Evans. They say he might get fired out the back here as well, Ben Evans, if Dudds gets past. Two great recovery drives from Ryan Dudley this evening. Turn one instant in race one. Caught the curb, tyres cold, car was cold, brakes are cold. Sent it all the way around. A little bit of sideways there from the Dunking machine. Dudds is out on that grass again, he's pushing. It's a little bit too much. Ooh, a little nudge, and down the inside goes Ryan Dudley. Got that move as well as brave as you like. He run it on the course of the circuit, kicked up all the grass, fired it down the inside of the Dunking machine in the right hander. Up into the podium now. Up 7 is Ryan Dudley, and will be a big hand on a bronze trophy so far. Now he is 3.9 off the back of his Simtech teammate Dan Wareham, Eric Ronenberg as well. I've only got 8 tenths of a second, if that. Dan Wareham Let's get a quick run through the order for those running anyway. John Johnston is in the 11th place. He is some way off the back of Stuart Brealey, who is in his little fight with James Smith, the Revive and the Silverbacks, going at it again. The only thing we start battling load on earlier on, you get yourself pulled away from the big points up front, but the racing is still the same. Still as close as you like, and you see the Revive a lot later trailer on the race there. Gained a couple of attempts. Nearly runs it off into the grass though. Then we've got Sean Clark. He is currently running on his own. He's got 12 seconds to Lee Rylands. He's got 4 seconds to James Smith with the car behind. He's up one. He's down one position. We do beg your pardon. In 8th place as it sits. Ryan Dudley is a little excursion, and this is Lee Rylands and Scott Kostrick. These have got 13 seconds to the car behind, and it's 3.3 to Peter Woodmore. Is a little way up the road. Season 5 has done nothing but brought great entertainment this season. Looking forward to season 6 already. Can't wait. Really looking forward to it. If we get a defending champ, it'll be good to know how many champions we've crowned in the 86s. Has been in season 5. But it's like some of the stuff I've done. It's Dino and Atalad and in the Premier League champs on the PlayStation. We've got Martin J09, the GT3 champ as well. Ryan Dudley is a champ. Championship drivers here on our racing now. All champions in their own right as well. Well deserved. What is that gap now to Ryan Dudley? It's Ben Evans hanging on really well. Let me just go back to that move there, because I did see a little move, a little click away from a little bit tasty, but no move through the chicanes there for Lee Rylands on Scott Kostrick. It has got a good run out there. It's got an exceptional run. That gap as well, it's coming down to Peter Woodmore. It's only 2.7 that gap now, so they're not fighting each other too hard, but making gains on Peter Woodmore in front, who is currently sitting in 5th position. Little look down the inside, would have been an unforgiving move. Got it slowed down just in time. There is Mr. Woodmore in his work machine coming around the final corner. Going at losing 2 space, as you do. And Ryan Dudley has pulled that gap out just a little bit now. With Ben Evans in his pursuit of down Werman out Ronenberg. The gap is 5.4 seconds. We have got 5 minutes left of this penultimate race of the season to go. It said frills, it said spills, and it said Eric Ronenberg and Dan Wareham swapping places like they're going out of fashion. Dan Wareham taking race victory 1. Will he return a favour for his teammate as they have some flashing light sign language? Why these two knock each other about just a little bit. We don't get involved in any of the racing this evening. Didn't see this evening. Head over to Tanso Racing Group on Facebook or Tanso Racing Group on Discord, and Mr. John Johnston will hook you up. We've got the 86s, the touring cars. Oh, I don't think that would have gone down too well if that would have put Dan Wareham in the wall. Ryan Dudley is catching 4.3, that gap from Ryan Dudley. There he is. Is a corner away from his teammates. Is a corner away. Yeah, we've got touring cars on the Monday night, which I actually quite enjoy. I do enjoy that. Tuesday night, not sure what's happening Tuesday nights because the GT4s, as Neil pointed out now, is finished. Wednesday nights we've got the GT3 League, which I absolutely love as well. That's phenomenal. And then they've got the Clios. I think that's a lunchtime lap. Is it lunchtime lappers in the Clios on a Friday? And then in the evening we have the MX5s. Not sure. But yeah, MX5s is on a Friday night as well. Really, really good. I might have a look at that myself. And Ryan Dudley now, that gap 3.5 With the ever fighting Eric Ronenberg and Dan Weirham with Ben Evans. He's hanging on really well. I've got to be impressed with Ben Evans. He's only 1.8 off the back of Ryan Dudley. Peter Woodmore is further 6 seconds back. There is Lee Rylands as well as 1.9 off the back of Peter Woodmore. Scott Kostrick is out there on his own. He's got 10 seconds to Lee Rylands in front, and he's got 5.6 seconds to Sean Clark, who is on his own as well. James Smith is on his own in the silverback machine. Stuart Breeley is 25 seconds ahead of John Johnston, 2.9 off the back now of James Smith. Scott Kostrick has crashed. No, he ain't. He's there. He did crash, it was a minor. It really crashed, did it? 4.1 to Ryan Dudley's pit. And Ben Evans. He's not putting on a stellar show. But it should be done. Lap times, look at the Simtech boys. 1:36 is all the way across the board. And Ben Evans going to 1:37.4 and 1:37 for Woodmore as well. That's how closely knitted these are. Don't look that close on the circuit, you know, due to a few coming togethers and a few excursions, but that is what, that close it is. How close it is. If everybody was doing them sort of things, we'd just have a Conga, a train of GR86s. If no incidents were applied and nobody made mistakes, there would just be a straight line of people jostling for positions and following each other around. But it would just be like this, which would be pretty tasty to be fair. That gap has gone up. I'm not sure if Dud's had a little excursion himself, but that gap has come down. Ben Evans now down 1.98, and that gap up to 4.9. At 5.2. Where is our next closest fight? James Snell. Team Silverback. We've got one car running, I do believe, so I'm not sure where Darryl Morrison went, unless he has had an incident somewhere. But retired to the pits early on. Pit crew unable to get that car ready and back out over the track. So it's in the pits for Darryl Morrison, unfortunately, for Team Silverback. Just James Smith bringing it on for the boys this evening. Silverback will get some points, going to run in 9th position as well. Not running too bad at all. Just a couple of seconds left of race 2. There at Barber Motorsport Park. It's down where I'm leading the way still from Eric Ronenberg. Can't believe they took the cream off my coffee when I found out it was Team Simtech. Absolutely devoured. So, you know, what can I say? Put on a stellar show nonetheless. Pushing each other all the time. Great couple of rear wings to follow when you can get close enough to them. I'll see them on the grid and then that's it myself. And they disappear down the road. And these cars would think they'd be easy to drive. You just got to learn how to drive them more than anything. Entertaining nonetheless. The easiest car to drive on it. There he goes down Wareham off the track, and down the inside goes Eric Ronenberg. Oh, go side by side again through the final corner. Who's going to win out here? Down Wareham around the outside. Got a little bit of a power slide on. Down Wareham, full sends around the outside. Is going to come home and take another victory here this evening. Down Wareham. Eric Ronenberg will come home in 2nd place. Ryan Dudley will get a podium. He will come home in 3rd. Ben Evans, better race 2 for Ben Evans, coming home in 4th place. Peter Woodmore, his Root machine, will come home in 5th and rounding out your top 5. And Lee Rylands will come home in 6th. Scott Kostrick will come home in 7th place. John Clark finds out the final corner just ahead of James Smith in Team Silverback. And Sean Clark 8th. James Smith in 9th. But Breeley in the revived machine will round out the top 10. Mr.
Cheers,
JT,
gents.
some way back down the order.
Good races, boys.
Fantastic
Yeah, good
racing.
racing, guys.
Really good racing that. Good that. Have you enjoyed that too? One more race to go. One more race to go. JT round in the final corner. I did have the dates for when the next season starts, but that's on the messenger chat. John Johnston will come home there in 11th place. Let's bring it up. Get it finalised. Dan Wareham taking 2 from 2. 8 Ronenberg taking 2 second places as well on the night. Why does that's not the one?
Hello, James.
That was the one. Dan Wareham, 8 Ronenberg. There you go. It's like Ryan didn't finish first, didn't it? No, he didn't. Cheeky boy. It was Ryan Dudley rounding out the podium. Ben Evans as well, a better race, 2 in 4th. Peter Woodmore in 5th. Lee Rylands in 6th. Scott Kostick 7th. Sean Clark in 8th place. James Smith in 9th. Stuart Brealey rounding out the top 10. And John Johnston in 11th. Darren Morrison, Raz Harper and Dave Clark all retired early onto the pits. What would have been for Team Silverback, but good points as well. James Smith bringing it home for the Silverbacks. Now I need to bring up, see if anybody wants to come and have a little chat with us before we bring it on. Get in the broadcast chat as we do. See if anybody wants to come say hello. Talk to me about the race. As you do, you get to meet a driver. As we do as well. That was tasty, that. Got to be said, that was really good racing. Down where, mate, Ronenberg still putting on a show. Team Simtech leading the way. It's really good. Good indeed. Like I said, you want to get involved in any of the racing, head over to Tanso Racing Group on Facebook or Tanso Racing Group on Discord or www.tansoracing.group.co.uk on the web browser. This league is sponsored by Next Generation RP, who roast server hosts, well, GTA RP, and Venture Airways. They got over 9,000 people on their server, so please get over to Discord and check them out. We really appreciate that. And we've got other sponsors like Revive, the Vape Guru, and a couple of new ones that I need to bring up as well when I learn them all properly. Just seen a message pop up in the Discord chat. It says he was sorry in John Johnston for hitting him twice. Yes, it was pretty unfortunate nonetheless. But yeah, was what it was. Don't look like anybody wants an interview this evening. So onwards and upwards. Next week is the final week. Let me just see if I can find a track list. And I'll tell you where we are. Where is the final race? Road America, Barber. We are at, oh good gosh, Watkins Glen for the final race of the season. For season 5. That will be phenomenal. That will be absolutely phenomenal. And if I can just bring up, there you go. These are the points before the race this season. Let me turn that off. There you go. Let's get rid of that. So Ryan Dudley heading into tonight's race. I should have done this at the beginning, but just to give you an idea before the points come in, Ryan Dudley's on 293 points over Dan Ware and Mark Brown, and 272 for Mark Brown. Tony Lamb on 226. So it's still all to play for in the midfield of these boys. And Ben Evans had a good race, a good race too. Deserved that race too. He's on 176. I dare say he might just need to turn up next week at Watkins Glen over Sean Clark and Stuart Brealey. So all to play for nonetheless. That is going to be pretty tasty end to the Pro League at least. Dan Wareham taking a double victory. George had an unfortunate race one. Will Ryan Dudley be leading the championship heading into the final race next season? Well, next week, next season, next week. One may never know. I will get the table as soon as I get it. I'll do a midweek and I'll put it up. Because I'm intrigued now, because this is going to go, that's down to the wire. That race is going down to the wire at Watkins Glen. Literally going down to the wire at Watkins Glen. So, be sure to tune in for that. Enjoyed the stream. I would really appreciate if you showed the boys some love, it, that like and subscribe if you already haven't. But I've been DSC Broadcasting. I hope you really have enjoyed it. I will see you all next week. And there will be some post-race comms coming as well throughout the week. I'm out of here. Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, act like you know. It's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain now. It's going down. 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 I'm your captain now. It's going down. 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 This is how you start a fresh rap with a new track. Put your seatbelts on, prepare for the impact. In fact, I did that with less than a six-pack. But don't drink and drive, cause it's easy to sense that. The beat a crash dummy, don't smile, ain't nothing funny. Learned a long time ago, you catch more bees with honey. My flow is like vinegar, ooh, that's nasty. I'm a goalie in the streets, ain't nothing her getting past me. Chemicals and acid in my pen when I write it. Let it seep into your ears, brain, skin, don't fight it. Relax yourself, let your conscience be free. I gave you the medicine, don't blame your stress on me. I kill a rapper on TV for the loot if you let me. Look at her, I'm a savage with a style so heavy. D, look at me, fresh as I can be. Casket clean, always draped up to the T. Ooh, it's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain now. It's going down. 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 I'm your captain now. It's going down. 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 Yeah, I walk inside your building, take over your whole facility. New sheriff in town, I don't know if you feeling me. Better listen up quick, pink slip in your mailbox. Feel like you was assaulted, I guess is what you tell cops. You're fired. When I fired the 45, you not fit for this position, the whole country tired. Never no more am I ever turn a blind eye. Pull them on the carpet, pull the facts, let me find out. The realest of the real, I'm the people's choice. I represent the people that ain't got a voice, or got a choice, or got a man. I'm here if you need me, I'm your backup plan. We can take over the world if you believe me, man. Listen to me now, believe me later, I'm your master plan. We can take over the world if you believe me, man. Listen to me now, believe me later, I'm your master plan. It's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain now. It's going down. 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 I'm your captain now. It's going down. 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 I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain. It's going down. I'm your captain now. It's going down. 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 I'm your captain now. It's going down.